What up, YouTube Digital? Um, Talk about the procedure. Well, one little thing. This kind of part, I couldn't. What the hell is this? Oh God. Yeah. Old local pizza joint has a picture of Manson thing on the figure. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, um, before I get into a nerve block thing, real quick, it sounded the whole thing where at first I thought when Martin tried to get away, he like ran away and then came back. But it sounds like he ran away, like went around a couple of units, and then came back around because he thought Zimmerman was up here, and when he came back around, no, they're there because Zimmerman walked back to his truck. I think that's what happened, and because the last time he saw Zimmerman, he was up over there, and now he came back, so he went up in a straight line, came back, but he went around a corner, and then they met. But anyhow, whatever. Um, the nerve blocks. 6 months ago, I had the epidural. The epidural is just the same thing as a pregnancy epidural, the delivery epidural, whatever. No different. And some people it works for up to a year. Some people it works for only a few hours, and I was about the 36-hour mark. I was feeling good then. I mean, because the epidural did not hurt as bad as this, and so they give you lidocaine or whatever, but they don't give you uh, anything like big as a sedative because they don't want it to overtake the pain, to mask it, to make you think it worked, because it only works for a lot of times, it only works for a short period of time. So to get you a higher medication to deal with it, managing pain is a big pain in the ass, and a lot of people don't understand it. It's not as easy as people think. Like right now, when I get a headache, even though I have, MS Cotton, Percocet, and stuff like that, I have to take aspirin or ibuprofen. And it seems kind of a fucked up thing. And when I tell people that, they go, and trust me, I think it's pretty fucking stupid too, but those things don't take away headaches, and like if I accidentally stub my toe or anything else, they just don't, they're just barely, it's just weird how pain works. And right now they're just barely covering the majority of the pain, barely. If I have something that goes above that, those things don't do shit. So I have to do something else. And the pain that I have is not all the time. Is it like like an extremely painful one? It's just one of those. It's kind of like a toothache where it's just long and agonizing, and for hours. And it's not like a number 10 on the pain scale, but it's probably like a number 6.5, 7. But if you do stuff, like if you're out of garage trying to like fix a car or whatever, it turns to a 10. So it's just weird how this shit works. And everybody's different. Everybody's different, So they did the epidural, and they just use lidocaine. Go do it. Okay. They don't give you any stronger of a sedative because they want to make sure that the epidural itself does what it's supposed to do. In my case, it did what it was supposed to do. I got excited because I thought, Jesus, I almost went out and bought a bike. I mean, it was that good because it was turning off all the nerves below. Good enough for a woman to put a 12-pound kid through her vagina. So obviously it works. And then all of a sudden it wore off and it hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. And it's just like like when you come out of surgery or you have dental work done, some major like wisdom teeth or whatever pulled, and then you're in pain, but it's like, okay, yeah, I can handle this. I'm a tough guy, and then all of a sudden the Novocaine or whatever wears off, and you're like, holy shit, what the hell? That's kind of like how it was. And then okay, so fast forward to now. Now, what I had was they consider a nerve block. What they want to do are called ablations. Ablations are burning of the nerve. So this was a trial run. They have to go in between the joints and get the actual nerve endings that come out of the spinal cord. So if you look at a spine and then you have all those nerves that come out and everything else, where they're going right into the root of them in between those spinal joints. So, okay. So this one was a trial run. Because of insurance reasons and all this other shit, they don't want to just go in and start burning shit. And that's what an ablation is they burn the nerve. They use a needle that's this long. It goes in, they attach it to a machine, and it heats up the needle and burn, baby, burn. So they use a regular needle and to test it out, and they shoot steroids at your nerve, and it hurts pretty badly. And they could have gave me, if it got really bad, they would have given me fentanyl and called it done. But again, the problem is if they did, I'm not used to fentanyl. Even though I have a very high tolerance for pain meds, I don't like fentanyl, never really used fentanyl, so fentanyl would be, it'd be virgin territory on my body, so I would react just the same as anyone else would. For the most part, I'd have a little bit of a deal, but not that much. So they would shoot fentanyl, and that's going to mask the pain of the procedure, but that's also going to mask the effect of what they did. Both the after effect of pain, but the after effect of, did it do something good? And here's the problem, though. Yeah, you can. Is it's a catch-22 because they don't want to mask it, but then in turn, this stuff, the steroid, only works for a few hours, usually about 5, and then it wears off like a ton of bricks, which I was in the middle of Harbor Freight when it did. God, it just creeps me out thinking about it. But the one thing is they want you to feel like, okay, did this work or not? But it's hard to tell because they just shoved 5 needles in your back. Well, actually, they shoved about 10. But I think it was, I can't remember. I started not counting. But for the most part, I think it did work. I am not looking forward to that day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show real quick kind of what it looks like. I tried to look up pictures and everything on the internet and everything else, and I couldn't find really anything. Um, and I'm gonna show this. Let me flip this. Let me minimize this, and you need to read my emails. Damn trollers. All right, now go to here. Now this is a back being done. Okay. That where that pink area is about it's probably about an inch above his butt crack. I said butt crack. Okay, so yeah, this is a guy from Gold Rush. Okay, that's the monitor. They can see the needles going in, and what they do is it's kind of live, and then they'll go, okay. How do you say? You say, okay, picture, and it'd refresh, and they would see how far the needle was in and everything else. I could see this. Okay, it's right in front of me. They had me laying on my stomach, and it was right there, and it was really creepy. Now there's the lidocaine. Ah, God, I hate that. Ugh. I feel for him right now. Okay, now they're placing the procedure needles in for the ablations. Hey, you see all that shit right there? You see all that? Basically, I had half of that, but they were regular needles instead of ablation needles. The only difference is these kind of heat up. These are made to heat up, and the other needles are made, shoot shit in. So they're clamping the machine to it, and they're going to heat it up. And now they're burning, and you can see he's not too happy about it, and it hurts, and it sucks, and it hurts, and yeah. So that's basically in a nutshell of what they do and how it sucks. And don't hurt your back. Don't do it. The painkillers already have their problems, and I don't even want to sit here and go into all of the drawbacks to them. I'm still thinking about going with medical marijuana or not. I'm not. That's a whole separate other video. But painkillers are not all what it's cracked up to be at all, and people who fucking abuse them are fucking morons. They are killing themselves in ways they have not known. You'll notice that if you look at oxy, some of these oxy people on YouTube, there's a lot of them that have lost their colons because oxy and MS-Contin and Percocets and gabapentin and all these medications cause severe constipation, just as each one of them. But when you combine them all, it makes it even worse. And these people abuse them to the point they'll take 10 or 20 oxys a day or whatever, and it shuts down their system. Their fucking colon falls out, and they shit in a bag now. It's not the type of drug to abuse. It isn't. But I don't know, some people think it's cool, and it's just a fucking hassle, because especially now, because of all those type of people, all the bullshit I've had to go through. I've been electrocuted, and you got to go through all this crap just to prove all the MRIs, the fucking needles into the spine, the electrical shock bullshit where they test your nerve conduction, which I've lost over 85% of my right leg. So there's a lot of shit you got to go through just to prove yourself, because there's so many fucking assholes out there that are abusing them for their own thing, and it's yeah. So anywho, don't hurt yourself. Don't fucking touch the medication. It's not even worth it. But peace and yeah, maybe I'll do another video on this ablation part when I find out more about it. But anywho, yeah.